Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your Arabic teacher Sam and a very warm welcome back to the Arabic with Sam channel. In this video we're just going to go over a little question which I received from one of my students on the Platinum service. His name's Junaid. Please make dua for him, please make dua for his success and for his success especially in learning the Arabic language. So we'll get straight into it inshallah. So his question was around using singular verbs versus using plural verbs. Because you notice sometimes there's a difference between, for example, we might begin a sentence with a singular verb, even though we're talking about a plural thing. You know, for example, let me write the exact example that he shared with me actually, so you guys can see it. So he said to me, how is this the case? Okay, you have a singular verb, for example, يلعب, يلعب, but talking about الأولاد, يلعب الأولاد. Okay, singular verb, plural noun. But then he's also seen الأولاد يلعبون. الأولاد يلعبون. Okay, so in this case we have a plural noun. Okay, this is plural. The boys are playing. Okay, and the plural verb, but above it you don't. So the rule essentially is that at the beginning of any topic, beginning of a verb sentence, beginning, you know, anything kind of new, you use a singular verb. Okay, that's just the rule. Okay, that is just the rule. They're both correct. They're both correct, but the thing is when you use the verb at the beginning, it should be singular. Okay, verbs at the beginning need to be singular, but they still need to agree in gender. Okay, like it wouldn't be correct if it said يلعب البنات. If it was the girls were playing, that wouldn't be correct. It still has to agree in gender, but it doesn't have to agree in number. Okay, if it's plural, if the thing we're talking about is plural, you still use a singular verb at the beginning. And there's many examples of this. So I wanted to show you some, inshallah. So there are some from the Quran that many of you probably recite every day, right? That demonstrate this for us. So I'll give you those examples and we'll talk through them. And then we'll talk about the opposite. Okay, we'll talk about how it works with this kind of structure and some examples from the Quran, and then how this works as well. And I'll talk about it with a few examples from the Quran as well. So yeah, so let's have a look at some examples, inshallah. So first and foremost, we talked about يلعب الأولاد. But here's another one which I thought of, which is from Surah Al-Buruj, where we have قتل أصحاب الأخدود. قتل أصحاب الأخدود. So أصحاب is obviously plural, right? أصحاب is the plural of صاحب. أصحاب is like the companions or the people of the أخدود, of the trench. So it's, in this term, قتل, in this case, is most of the translations say that it means like cursed rather than that they were killed or that they were slain. Slain, that they were killed basically. قتل أصحاب الأخدود. You know, the people of the trench. The people of the trench were cursed. It's referring to a group of people like in the pre-Islamic era. I think they were burning alive or oppressing or throwing it, like there was like a ditch, there was like a trench or a ditch, and it had like wood in it, and there was a burning fire in the ditch, and they were throwing the believers into it, and this is referring to that event basically. قتل أصحاب الأخدود. Good, but the alternative to that would be like if we look at the difference that we had between يلعب الأولاد and then الأولاد يلعبون. Here we've got the verb at the beginning, and that's why the verb is singular. قتل أصحاب الأخدود. And it's also passive, by the way. It's passive. It's saying that they were cursed rather than that they were cursing. If it was قتل أصحاب الأخدود, it would be that the companions of the trench, or the people of the trench, were the ones who were doing the killing, which is true as well. But yeah, but if we wanted to use a plural verb, then it would need to come after that noun. So you need to say like أصحاب الأخدود, and then to put it in the plural in the passive, يقتلون. أصحاب الأخدود يقتلون if it's passive. So yeah, cool. يقتلون. That's how it would have to be. Yeah, this is. I'm just saying that أصحاب الأخدود would have to go there as well, and that's how it works, right? So we'll look at another example, inshallah. So Yeah, this is one that I quite like. This is in Suratul Mu'minun. قد أفلح المؤمنون. قد أفلح المؤمنون. So أفلح is a verb, which is singular. أفلح, it's a form 4 verb, أفلح, and it means to succeed or to have success, specifically after a lot of labour. Like if you succeed after trying really hard at something, or after a lot of labour and a lot of striving. أفلح المؤمنون. So the believers are the successful ones. The believers are successful. قد أفلح المؤمنون. But the important thing here is that أفلح is singular, right? Because it comes before the plural verb, before the plural noun. Sorry. Obviously, المؤمنون is plural. If we did want to use it with a plural verb, which Allah doesn't here, but the similar meaning, it would be, you could have like المؤمنون, 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 المؤمنون. Sorry, I'm going to put the bits in red that I did by accident. المؤمنون, that's past tense, isn't it? So it'd be like أفلحوا, أفلحوا. You know, that's in the past tense. المؤمنون أفلحوا. You know, if you wanted to do it that way around, right? Because you can put a plural verb after a plural noun, but not before it. Yeah, if it's before it, it needs to be singular, and that's just the rule. Okay, that's just how it is. Those were the examples I wanted to demonstrate to you. Just a couple of things from the Quran as well, and yeah. So even like the word an-nas, for example, like an-nas is actually the plural of al-insan, right? It's people, right? It's like a collective noun for people. So there is an ayah which says, I have it written down, أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. So أكثر الناس. I mean, in this case, there's no reason for it to be أكثر, so I'll just put أكثر. أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. Now that's actually in the Quran. You know, the majority of people don't know. لا يعلمون. أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. You know, that, and it's يعلمون, after, it's plural because it comes after. You know, if it were before, then it would need to be singular. You know, you would say something like لا يعلم أكثر الناس. أكثر الناس. لا يعلم أكثر الناس. You know, you would do it that way around. If the verb's going before, that's what needs to be singular. Even in this case when it's definite, okay? When it's definite, that doesn't change that rule. Okay, so that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can come back for more. Before we go, I'll just tell you a little bit more about the Platinum Program. So, the Platinum Program that our brother Junaid is on, and a few other people have joined it as well, is a very limited space, quite an exclusive group of people who are serious about learning Arabic. People who sit there and say they're serious about learning Arabic, they really want to understand the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they really want to benefit from all of the things that the Arabic world can bring for them, and they invest in themselves. They come onto quite an exclusive program, they get personal one-to-one mentorship with myself, they get access to everything that I know and all of my resources, get some exclusive live Q&As, I call them every week to check in with them, check on their progress, and then every month I do a progress report for them to see how they're improving, right? And they're held very accountable. It's way better than what my degree program was. Like, it's way better than any degree program that I know in terms of in terms of support, in terms of structure. If you want to get your hands on it, then you need to apply. It's not for everyone. There are some people out there who say they want to learn Arabic, but they don't really. Like, really, when push comes to shove, they don't really want to invest themselves in it. So for people who are prepared to invest in themselves, at least sort of 5 hours of study a week, and they really, really want to achieve their goals in learning the Arabic language, then you can apply. I'll leave a link in the description for you to hit, so you can apply, and you'll get to have a one-to-one phone call with me as well. I'll give you a half-an-hour coaching call for us to talk about it as well. If you apply and your application is good and you've got good reasons for learning Arabic, and I feel like you're dedicated, then we'll have a one-to-one call for half an hour, and we'll talk about it. And inshallah, I'd love to have you on board if you're the right kind of person, and and my knowledge and my efforts can go a long way with you, then I want to hear from you, inshallah. So you can apply for that if that's something that you're interested in. But either way, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the next one, which will be out tomorrow, inshallah. I'll see you guys then. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.